Good morning, everyone. Today I will take a class on human reproduction. So let's start. As you are aware, humans are sexually reproducing and viviparous. So what is a viviparous? Viviparous means giving birth to offspring. Like how all mammals are viviparous. Okay. So another term we must know here is oviparous. Oviparous means laying eggs. So like how the birds, reptiles, they are oviparous and we mammals are viviparous. So human is also a mammal and it is viviparous. The reproductive events in humans include formation of gametes, that is known as gametogenesis. What is gamete? Gamete is a specialized sex cell. And it is mostly half chromosome. And so like the sperms in male, ovum in female, these are gametes. And the transfer of a sperm into the female genital tract is known as insemination. That is, a sperm going into the female genital tract is known as insemination. I don't know if you have heard about artificial insemination. It is a type of infertility treatment which are given in people who have weak sperms which are not motile enough, or where they use a donor sperm, so the sperm is unable to get into the female genital tract. So a technique is used in which the semen is either a donated sperm or a sperm from the husband only. It is inserted into the female genital tract and that is known as artificial insemination. So this is just extra knowledge I am telling. Fusion of male and female gametes, that is known as fertilization, which everybody knows, and it leads to the formation of a zygote. Okay, then zygote forms into a blastocyst. Blastocyst attaches to the uterine wall. It is known as implantation. The embryonic development in the uterus is known as gestation, that is the 9 completed months. And then delivery of the baby is known as parturition. So these are certain terms which should be familiarized with. So we have learned about these reproductive events occur during puberty. There are remarkable differences between reproductive events in the male and the female. For example, formation includes even in old men, but the formation of ovum ceases in women around the age of 50 years. That is called menopause. Sadly, the woman is only reproductive only till 45 to 50 year of age, where the ovums cease to form. So they attain a menopause and they are not fertile after that. But males are fertile till the very late ages of life. So first we will see the male reproductive system. So the male reproductive system is located in the pelvis region. It includes a pair of testes along with accessory duct, gland and external genitalia. So we can see a cross section here. We can understand see some things. So the main part is the penis. Okay, so you can see this drawing is very important. Sometimes these drawings are asked to draw in your exams. So this is a penis. There is a bulged part of the penis at the end. This is called as the glans penis, and there is a outer covering of the glans penis, that is known as the foreskin, and this is the penis. And inside the penis is the urethra. Urethra is the tube which connects from the urinary bladder to the outside inside the penis. Okay, This is the simple urinary system you all might be knowing. And from the urinary bladder there is a tube which is connecting to the kidney to the tube, that is known as the ureter. So this is basically the urinary system. Now we'll learn about the male genital system. So first is the scrotum, which is a bag-like projection from the body abdominal cavity, which is a scrotum. Inside the scrotum resides a testis, which is an oval-shaped gland. Posteriorly to the testis, that is behind the testis, there is epididymis. From the epididymis, a tube generates, long tube which winds around the urinary bladder. Okay, that is known as the vas deferens. This vas deferens will join with the duct of the seminal vesicle. So there is a seminal vesicle here. Vas deferens will join with the duct of the seminal vesicle. They will form the ejaculatory duct. This ejaculatory duct will open into the urethra. Okay. After that, behind this urethra, in the at the formation point, that is just below the bladder, there is a prostate gland. And below the prostate gland, there are two bulbourethral glands, which is also known as the Cowper's gland. Okay. So this is a very simple diagram of a female genital organ. We can just show the rectum and anus for completion, which is behind the bladder. Okay. So we'll learn more. The testes are situated outside the abdominal cavity, already discussed, within a pouch called as the scrotum. The scrotum helps to maintain the low temperature of the testis, that is 2 to 5 degrees lower than the normal internal body temperature. Why? Because this temperature is necessary for spermatogenesis. So this is very important. That is why boys and men are always asked to not to wear tight underpants, because tight underpants can cause the scrotum or the testis to go nearer to the abdominal cavity. And if it goes nearer to the abdominal cavity and the temperature is not optimum, then there is a chance that the sperm formation may not happen. It can lead to infertility and other problems. So in adults, the testis there are two testes. Okay, so they are oval in shape. They are 4 to 5 centimeter length, 2 to 3 centimeter in breadth. They have a dense covering, and each testis has about 250 compartment. This also we must know, 250, 2 to 2.5 degree, and here 250 compartments known as the testicular lobules. So how I will make you understand is, if you see, this is a testis. Okay, so you have to imagine it in a three-dimensional way, like a oval shaped ball, and it is divided into 250 parts inside. Okay, so each part will have 2 to 3 tubes inside. So you can imagine it like this, which are known as the seminiferous tubules. Okay, so each lobule will have seminiferous tubules, and all this will later combine into the retetestae, and later we will study. Okay, so each lobule has a 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules, and inside this seminiferous tubule is the sperm formed. Okay, so each lobule contains 1 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubule in which sperms are produced, and each seminiferous tubule, this is a cross section of a seminiferous tubule, is lined on the inside by two types of cells, that is the male germ cell, that is known as a spermatogonia, and a Sertoli cell. So these two terms are very important. So it is lined by male germ cells, and in between there are it doesn't change. So in between there are Sertoli cells. So what are their functions? So spermatogonia, or the male germ cell, from the name only you can say germ cell means they form the germ cells, that is the gametes, that is the sperm. So the spermatogonia will undergo the meiotic divisions and lead to the formation of sperm, and the Sertoli cell will provide nutrition to the germ cells, nutrition to the sperm and germ cells. Okay, so that is the function of a Sertoli cell. This is very important, you should know. Sertoli cell provides nutrition to the germ cell. You should underline this and mark this. So what I want to tell is, these male germ cells or spermatogonia are normally there are many, you can understand by the diagram only. There are 250 lobules, and each lobule has 1 to 3 spermatogonia, and it is lined by these cells. So there are so many cells. So what happens is, these cells, they differentiate into primary spermatocytes, each cell. Okay, then these primary spermatocytes will undergo meiosis 1, and it will form secondary spermatocytes. Then this will undergo meiosis 2, and it will form the spermatids. So after meiosis 2, the spermatids, 4 spermatids will be formed, and these spermatids will then become sperms. It will mature into a sperm. Okay, this process is known as spermiogenesis. The maturation process of a spermatid to a sperm is known as spermiogenesis. So these processes occur inside this seminiferous tubule. The meiosis process, the whole meiosis process, and as well as the mitosis process of spermatogonia, increasing the quantity of their cells, and that also is simultaneously occurring, and also the meiotic divisions. So one spermatogonia will form 4 sperms. Okay, and this whole process of spermatogenesis takes 74 days. Okay, so next is the region outside the seminiferous tubules are called the interstitial spaces. They contain small blood vessels and interstitial cells, or the Leydig cells.